Hello everyone! Welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. I had to put aside Denise's molds for today. I have to get to some of these orders. You guys, I have pages and pages and pages of orders to get to. So I have to do them in between all of the other stuff. So I need to get this done for Joan. She wants another apple mold. I did one in red. She wants to see what it's going to look like in the lime green glitter that I have. So we're going to do that. This one is for Rosemary. Now, yesterday when I made that cross box, I thought it was for Rosemary. It wasn't. It was just for Mary. Sorry, Mary. It was just for Mary. This is for Rosemary, and this is for Rosemary. So she wants these angel wings that are gorgeous. She gave me a little challenge, even though she doesn't know she gave me a little challenge. She wanted the angel wing tips in the Heaven's Dust, which I only have a little bit left. They are on back order for weeks and weeks and weeks now, so I don't know when that one's coming in. I do have Heaven's Glow and Paradiso in stock. For some reason, they are not getting this cut in stock, so I'm still waiting. But she wanted the wingtips in the Heaven's Dust and the angel wings themselves in a blue. She didn't specify what blue, but I thought this blue, hint of brass, would look gorgeous with the Heaven's Dust. So what I'm thinking, because I don't know how to keep it in the wingtips, I'm going to pour this just with the blue and then use, I think I'm going to try this new glue that I just got in Happy Mail. It's supposed to be like a gilding glue. I think I'm going to put this on the wingtips, that or tack it glue, and dust the Heaven's Dust on the glue and see what that looks like. I hope it works. If not, I might be doing this a couple different times to get it right. Then she also wanted a 3-dimensional butterfly in red. I need to do 2 of these for Bobby Joe. She wants 2 of the Hello Kitty dishes, but she wants hers in polyurethane. So that's super easy. I can get them both done in the same day while these are curing. So I think I'm going to pour these first because this will be quicker. But before I do that, she wants the bow painted, one in bright pink, which this is fuchsia, hot pink, one in red, and the nose and the eyes in black. And then we're going to just pour it in the polyurethane, but I wanted to get this dusted real quick as easily as possible without making too big of a mess on all these gems, because I don't want to have to clean these for an hour. But if you do just a little bit at a time, I think you're a little bit easier in your cleanup process. But I do want enough. This is the chrome powder by Let's Resin in fuchsia. Now it doesn't look hot pink to me, but I don't know what I would use for hot pink. But if she doesn't like it, we will do it again some other way. I'm not sure. I don't have a hot pink that I can just brush on and look good. Oops. So we'll see what magenta looks like first. Yeah, I'm thinking, I went up this side because that's like the bow. That's part of the bow, I'm thinking. And I asked her if she wanted the polyurethane colored, since we know it will hold color really well from a couple weeks ago when I did the marbling of the polyurethane. It held the color beautifully. So I'm just gonna do this one white. She only wants it white, so that's what we're gonna do.
You do it.
As he comes in, gets what he needs, and leaves. He's a busy guy. All right. I think that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to take a Q-tip. And I do need to do the eyes first. Let me try to dot that in with a one of these pointy Q-tips. Otherwise, we could do it after the fact, but I'm thinking it would be embedded forever if I did it now. Of course, I'm going to have to clean after that. It's hard to clean in this part here, the diamond crystals. Oh my goodness. I'm definitely going to have to clean. And I might even have to paint after that. We'll see. This will be our test one. We'll see what she says. She's pretty good at answering pretty quickly, so that's good. I can always redo what I need to redo. So I just take a Q-tip, get it out of all those little tiny crystally gems the best I can. Oh, I need to refill my little thing here. That's what I'll do. Okay, I'm not going to bore you. So let me clean this up. I will mix up some resin first. Probably going to do it in, I don't know, batches. Goodness, these are so hard to get out. And I definitely need a pointy one. Okay, I will grab some resin and we'll get started. I changed my mind. I'm actually going to pour this one so it can cure and cool down. And then once I'm done pouring the rest of them, we'll be able to unmold it and do the next one. So I think this thing takes 3 ounces. I did brush a little butterfly just in case I'm wrong and it takes less than that. So you just do 1 to 1. I think this is by volume or weight. Yeah, by volume or weight. I always do volume because that's what I'm so used to. Make sure you wipe the caps of these or you're never going to get them off. It like forms this crystallization whatever and it's almost impossible without a wrench to get it off. You have 30 seconds maybe-ish to mix it. 2 minutes total and then it cures in about a couple minutes really. See, there's already crystals around that one. So you got to be quick with it, but a lot of people say they're scared to use it. I don't know. I don't think I would be scared. Just be prepared. That's all. That's it. Oh, let me wipe this real quick. And then you just stir it until it's clear, basically. I used to stir it until it got really warm, but there's really no reason to do that. You could just stir it until it's clear so you're not rushed, and it doesn't take long to clear up. See, it's just about clear already. I did clean that the best I could. Now, doing white is really, like, it's going to show everything if I missed anything. So we'll see how well I did. So it's not very warm yet, but it is clear. So I'm going to go ahead and pour it in. This way I could pour it in slowly, see if I have any bubbles, which you don't usually get bubbles on the surface. On the back of it, yes, it does kind of get bubbles on the back of it. Oh, look at that. I'm almost correct. What did that take? 2.5? Yeah, 2.5. So I did leave some spaces in this butterfly so we can have some white peek through. Oh gosh, I'm going to need another butterfly. Yeah, I still have a little bit more. Let me see if I'm gonna pop these little bubbles. Let me try to get that little piece of black out of there. Oh, see, from the powder? I hope that goes away. See a little bit of black. Let me see. Oh, I have this one that's already been dusted with yellow from the other day. So let's pour that one too. So you only need about 2.5 if you have the Hello Kitty mold. Pop these bubbles. See how much time, as soon as you pour it, or as soon as it turns clear, you can pour it. Now I see dust floating. Maybe I didn't knock it out good enough. So let me see if I can mix that in. Hopefully we don't see it. Get some stuff out of here while I have some working time. So instead of waiting until it gets warm in your hand, yeah, I see dust floating. So I don't know. I'm going to see how this turns out. Oh, it's going to cure right now. It's about ready to cure. Let me pop that bubble. You can't really reuse the cup. It's basically done. I'll let you watch it cure though. Here it goes. And then I can move them out of the way. And then I'll get all of my, I think I'm going to do the apple first because that takes about 8.5, 9 ounces. And then I don't have to like worry about going quickly. I need to put glue in that glitter so it doesn't fall. There it goes. These will take a little bit longer because they're shallow. So the shallower it is, the chemical reaction doesn't work as quickly. So that's why when it's really deep or you leave it in your cup too long, it's too deep. The chemical reaction is working so fast. Isn't that cool? That is so cool. I don't mind it on the back, but I hope the color is not on the front. If that's the case, we may have to paint the bow and the eyes after the fact. So I don't mind if I have to do this one again because it's like just a couple minutes to do. There's that one. And this one is going the least because it's the thinnest of all of them. All right, let me get this apple resin mixed up. And yeah, let's start the other stuff. Brushes in hand and the world is my stage. I just mixed it all up. I think we'll be fine. I don't think I need to rush for anything. So I got about 14 ounces here. 9 of it is going to go for glitter right away in this big tall cup. I don't like putting glitter in silicone cups because you cannot get it back out. So let's see. I need to leave 5 ounces left in here. Then I'm going to dissolve my mica powder. Oh, that was really good. That was almost perfect. Literally just a drop too much. Oh, I see a little bit of unmixed. See, that's why I don't put coloring in before I color my stuff. I make sure I mix my resin completely, because if I put my color in before I mix, while I'm mixing it, actually, some people put it in while they're mixing it. I don't like to do that because I can't see if it's not mixed. So let's put that aside for a minute. Be as quickly as possible. I just need the red for the butterfly. I don't need a ton because it's only like an ounce of resin. Not even. That butterfly, 3D butterfly, doesn't even hold an ounce. And then we'll do this one for the wings. Nice scoop for 4 ounces. That should be good. You can always add more. All right, let's just get this dissolved real quick. Don't need a lot for that. This way you don't have any unmixed mica powder in your project. 1 more drop. That looks good, I think. No, it didn't. Got stuck there in the corner. All right, let me do that one too, just in case. I see a tiny little bit in there. All right, I don't need much, so just a little bit for the butterfly. That should be good. And then the rest I'm going to put in here so I can clean my cup while it's debubbling in the vacuum chamber. I don't think any of this is necessary to go in the pressure pot. I have made all of these before outside of the pressure pot just fine. See, when you scrape your sides like this, this is where your extra unmixed is going to come from. So definitely mix it really well after that. So let's do this. That's a gorgeous blue. I think it'll be perfect with that glitter. All right, that's good. Let me wipe off my stick here. I don't want blue getting in the red. That looks good. All right, now for the glitter. Let me move these over here. I'm just going to dump a bunch of the lime in here. Load it up. Why is that? Oh, that's good. And then I've got, what, 9 ounces? So I'll do 9 drops of glue. Let's see what that looks like. I'm going to have to split this into another cup too. This is too deep for the vacuum chamber. I can still see a little bit of the blue in my stick, so I'm going to go ahead and pour a little bit more. And then suspending it should be good. It should work out. Okay, do 9 drops. Come on. There we go. Come on. Something's stuck in here, as usual. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the only thing I've used this glue on. This is how many times I have used it, drop by drop. It's half empty already. And that seizes right up. Just make sure you get all the way to the bottom. And I'm going to split this into another cup here so we don't bubble over. This does have to go pretty high to release the bubbles in the vacuum chamber. I'm just going to make sure I get all the way to the bottom. Perfect. All right, let's go get these bubbles out.
Glitz and glitter lighting up the night, painting dreams with a shimmer so bright, rhinestones dancing, catching every eye. This is my moment, gonna touch the sky. Dipped in gold with a stroke of flare, diamonds shine in the midnight air. Glue and gems, they're my magic spell, turning the ordinary into something to tell. Glitz and gold with a stroke of flair, diamonds shine in the midnight air.
As you saw in the vacuum chamber, it did not have enough room in the cup for the glitter. So if I didn't allow it to naturally go up and then implode on itself, this piece would have looked really cloudy and not nice. So I had to split it again and make sure that that happened correctly, or it would have been just a failure of a piece. So I'm just gonna basically just pour it in, check for bubbles slowly because it is very gloopy. I'll pour this cup in, check the bottom rim, and make sure that we don't have any. I've never had a bubble in the bottom rim before, yet. But again, with glue, you just don't know if it's too thick or if it's going to make a void or anything, so you do want to check that. Let's just not scrape that, just in case. Yeah, it goes down really well. I'm just going to look up from underneath. I don't see anything. You got to go slow, or it's going to go right over that edge. It's a pretty thin wall for the jar. And then the top piece is it's a solid piece of resin. Except with glue in here, it's hard to get that into the stem, so I really got to work at the stem. And we need a little more. All right, that's good. Barely anything, just a little bit more. Each piece holds about 4. This one holds like, I don't remember what it said, 4.5 maybe, and then the top holds like 4.1. Just gonna get it domed. There we go. Ooh, that might be too much. I'm gonna let it, ooh, that might be a little too much. It's hard to get some out there when you got glue in it. I'm just gonna press it back into the corner and let it do its thing. I think it should be okay. All right, I'm gonna spritz this a little bit. I gotta get that stem first, which is really difficult. Of course, that didn't go in there. Come on. I'll get myself a dotting tool here so I could force it down in there. I remember the last one I did for her. It was so hard to get that stem full. Come on. When you think it's full, you pop the bubble and it's completely empty. And then I'll check from below. I think I got it. Nope, completely empty. I do not want a stem that's missing. Come on, let me check from below. I don't know. I think that's a bubble. I could be wrong. Let me get a scribe. I think it's full. That's the hardest part of this entire jar. Otherwise, I'll be pouring an entire new lid for one little stem. There's that. I should have a little bit left over. And then we got to check up underneath this rim because bubbles love to hide under there. And then with the glue on top of that, I'm going to take this. Actually, not this. This was the wrong tool. It's kind of pointy. Try to get every bubble out. The lighter the color, which what this is, the harder it is to see what you're doing. You can kind of see, like right here, this space here looks like a bubble. And along this whole edge looks like it's not up underneath there. I think I got them all. I hope I got them all. I don't see any more, so I'm just going to go ahead and fill it up. This should take the rest of this, actually. You want to fill it up so you can have that lip so it'll close. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can put in there. I can't put anything else in. I have enough for nothing. I'm going to put it in my extras mold over there. And press this aside. And this is simple. Just give it a little spritz. I don't know if she wants this blinged up or not. So I'm waiting for that answer. If not, it's okay. Some people like to do that themselves, or some people don't like it at all. Let me just poke around here. I don't usually have a problem with this, but seeing that it's an order, I don't want to take any chances. Get it down in the wingtips. And then I'll just fill it up. Oh, what a perfect amount. Look at that. That's gone. I'm going to just spit that one bubble right there. We'll move that aside, get this filled up, and then we can demold the Hello Kitty. Man, I hope this one goes as planned. This I may have extras, because I don't remember how much it held. I mixed up 4. I don't think I needed 4. I probably only needed 2. Now get in all these wingtips. Yeah, I don't need that much. So, gonna have like 2 extra ounces here. Oh, that one needs to go way down in that wingtip. I think I got it. Just going to check them all here. Oh, see, I see bubbles down there. Not good. I think I got it. All right. Please don't let there be a bubble down there. I don't see one. But I could be wrong. Please, please, please be okay. It always makes me so nervous on orders. I don't like to have anything wrong with them. Let me find a mold for that. Let's do a blue pig today. I think this is my pig mold. Yeah. Let's see if I have enough for this little guy. Oh, I hope so, or I'll be pouring it out. Oh, no, I don't. I don't think I do. Let me squeeze him. I don't remember how much he holds. Let me scrape. Oh, no. I'm going to have to pour it out into something else. I don't want to mix up anything just for this. Shoot. He probably holds 2, and I bet I had 1.5, and that is not enough. All right, let me find something else. I know this cross holds 1.5, so I'm just going to pour it out on my pig, which is going to be really fun to clean out later. I probably could have put like rocks in them, but then in my experience, you usually see them, unless they're clear, but it's getting thick. I need to get this poured. And I'll just let the rest of him cure and peel him out later. That was perfect for this cross. All right, I'm going to clean this up, then we'll pull out Hello Kitty. Let's get these out, and then we can re-pour. Here's the butterfly in yellow. That came out pretty good, actually, for being the last pour of it. Hardly any bubbles. And that one that I did leave some white in on purpose, but I don't know if I like it, so I'm going to dress it up anyway. Probably leave those out. Let's see if this worked. If not, it cleaned my mold for me and we could start all over. Not the best. I think what I'm going to do is just pour it. And, I mean, it's not horrible. But I can see powder floating here. And I can see around the whites of the, around the eye I don't like. So I think I'm just going to pour it solid and do that after the fact. So this will go as a blooper. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Let me grab, I need to clean that off real quick though. Get everything off. It should be completely cleaned out now. There shouldn't be anything left in here. And I will do 3 more ounces. Let me grab a cup. That's why I don't like to do powder in here. Okay, 1.5. It's just easier to do 3 for me than to try to guess the 2.5. So I'd just rather have the extra, put it into something. That's 1.5. 3. I need to wash those off before I forget. Okay, stir till it's clear. I'm not going to brush these this time. We'll just tip the wings. There's still a little bit of yellow in that one. See what they look like. It'll be good. I'm going to use that gilding paint that I got in Happy Mail, and I'll put it on the tips of those flowers, and it'll be perfect. See, that's cleared up already, and it's not even warm yet. It's like stirring water. That's how thin this stuff is if you haven't used it before. So let's hope. I'm going to go slow. Let's hope it paints okay, because it is faceted, you know. It's starting to get warm now. We'll get these poured, and then that should be all of it. Perfect. Then I'll pull out some markers. I need hot pink and red. And then I may have to go over that with either a spray seal of some sort. I'm just going to pop those bubbles on the back. And let that cure. Oh, there's something down in there. Right there. Don't want that in there. There we go. I don't see any bubbles in anything. Like I said, it's like water if you haven't used it. It's pretty simple. All right. Well, I'm going to let this cure. We'll pull it out. I'll try to paint it up and see what happens. So I'll probably just pour both of them. You've already seen me do it once, so it's basically the same thing. So I'll go ahead and pour them both and then get them finished up while we wait for all this to cure. Everything is ready to unmold. So before that, I got some mail. Well, kind of mail, a letter in the mail. Me and Don got a letter. Beautiful letter from Mary Thompson. Thank you, Mary. We just made her a few orders the other day. But I'm not going to read both letters, but she decided to send Don $1,500. So that was pretty funny. She says when she comes to Florida, she hopes he spends his money on a candy cave, to build a candy cave, and she would be honored if he named it Don and Mary's Candy Cave, because if she ever makes it to Florida, she would be visiting to help him eat all of his candy. So that was a pretty funny. I also got 2 notifications last night. So Don got some competition in the Urban Dictionary because 2 people put adorbs in there with my name. I know adorbs was already in there. It's been in there a long time, but 2 people submitted it with my name. Here it is on the screen, both of them. So I thought that was hilarious. So now he has some competition in the dictionary. I'm not going to be walking the red carpet or anything, guys. It's not going to go to my head. All right, so this is where we're at. These were all the extras. I trimmed the backs. I painted the tops all different colors with either the gilding paint, which was on this one, and this one, and this one. And then I took the markers that were sitting out for these, the pink, the red, and the black. I just did those, and then I put all the rhinestones in the centers. So that took a little while, but they're cute. I like them. It's a nice little thing to quickly pour with the polyurethane. So she was really happy with these. I sent her pictures. Now I had to paint them with the markers, and the markers bleed into this portion of it. So I was not happy with that. Plus, I had to go over it with UV resin because the markers in the colors that I needed were in the Let's Resin acrylic paint pens, and those were not shiny, so I did go over that with UV resin. I added a rhinestone, but I did add rhinestones along this border edge, so you didn't see where the paint kind of bled into the portion of the tray part. The same thing kind of happened around his nose, but she wasn't concerned about it at all. In fact, I showed her this blooper one that kind of floated, and she's gonna get this one too, so I don't need to list that one. All right, let's see if we can unmold these. This one's the extra. I will have to paint up the hearts on this one like I normally do. I usually just paint the hearts. I don't know. We'll see if I do anything else different to it this time. There's always a little pieces there. So we will probably do silver because I like silver and blue. Let's get the butterfly out. And she does want some rhinestones on this, so that's nice. That came out great. I got one bubble, but a rhinestone goes there anyway, so we should be good to go. I'm just going to trim up this edge here and sand the back a little bit. I'm afraid to get this one out. They're pretty much solid and cooled down. Let's do this one first. And then I got to figure out the best way to put the Heaven's Dust on this. Pray there's no bubbles. Oh, thank God. Thank you, Jesus. There are no bubbles in them. Okay, that looks good. Let me figure out the best way to do that. I'm going to either try tack it. I'm also going to try this. This says mixed it with 10% to 20% water. Well, I don't know. Obviously, they don't speak good English, whoever made this tag. But why would you use well water? Is what I'm saying. Just spread the glue with brush. The glue becomes dry with strong viscosity about an hour. Then the metal leaf can be pasted. So I'm going to just kind of interpret that. Let's get this one out first because I'm kind of worried about that stem popping off and I really don't want to have to do it again. I'm going to spritz this down here. Try to loosen it up. This one gets such a suction on it. And just kind of work it all through, and then it should pop right out if I can get that alcohol all the way around. I think we got it all the way, didn't we? No, didn't get this side. Okay, let's try to get it out now. And hopefully it looks like Granny Smith. There is a little pink shimmer in here. I don't know if she's going to like that or not, but that's the only green that I had, and we didn't know. Let me get it circular again. Looks pretty good. Like I said, there is a little pink shimmer to it. So we'll see. I just want to make sure it's circular for the lid. So the lid thing, let's hope there's no bubbles around that edge. Awesome. Not one bubble. I'm going to spritz this down in there though. And hopefully it will work its way down into the stem so it'll pop right out in one piece. Please come out in one piece. I'm not going to do that under the camera. I'm just going to Okay, good. Thank God. We got it. Whew. And it's a little loose, so it needs to cure up. And that fits perfectly. Absolutely perfect. Not a bubble in sight. Yay. Probably going to paint the stem brown and put a leaf on it like I have in the other ones. Looks good. I think I'm happy with it. Okay, let me get busy. Let me try a couple of things on this. I'll let you know which one works the best as far as putting the glitter on. And I will be back in about 2 minutes. Before I start finishing everything, I want to show you what I did here. So these 4 were tack glue, which is this. And these 4 were this glue. I did not water it down at all. And then I just put my finger in the glitter and touched it to it, and it's staying. So that's awesome. I'm going to go ahead and use this new glue and just kind of paint it, and then I'm going to let it dry. Of course, it's only been like 10 minutes. I didn't let it sit for an hour like it said. So I'm just going to use this tiny little brush that they gave me and kind of random. I want it to be more natural than anything. And just kind of touch the tips of all these wings. And I really can't see the glue, so it's obviously going to be pretty random. And I'm putting it on really lightly. Then I'll let it kind of dry. I don't know. I'll wait until I'm finished, basically, with the rest of the stuff that I'm going to finish. And then I'll come back and show you how I'm putting that on. So I'm just kind of touching the wingtips. And I think I'm going to do the back as well, because there are some wingtips on the sides, I should say. I've already trimmed everything. And I don't think you need much. The stuff is pretty sticky. I got it on my fingers. And it was like really sticky. Oops. I hope this is the side I didn't do. Yeah. And this is a little bit more together, I guess you would say, as far as the wingtips. So I'm just going to go random. And here's some more spread apart. I already did those. So I'm going to let those sit and dry. I'm going to go wash out my brush while we wait. Get these 3 things done, which shouldn't take too long. And then we'll put the glitter on and see what it looks like.
Michelle's in the studio, apron stain in blues and gold, glitz and glitter on the floor, coffee cold by the door, blue angel wing on her stand, tiny dish in her paint slick hands, heaven's dust on every tip. She smiles and bites her lip. Yeah, she's got heaven's dust in her hands, little miracles on the workbench stand, blue cross shining in the light, silver hearts and diamonds bright, green apple blowing like spring, red butterfly ready to sing, two sweet kitties on a resin seat. Thank you, Jesus, for watching over me. She's got heaven's dust in her hands, praising Jesus with everything. Yeah, red butterfly set just right, catching fire from the kitchen light, two kitty trays side by side, waiting for the mailman ride. She checks the chat and reads every name, says a prayer for the ones who came. Every viewer is a gift, she says, every heartbeat that you bless. Thank you, Lord. She's got heaven's dust in her hands, little miracles on the workbench stand, blue cross shining in the light, silver hearts and diamonds bright, green apple blowing like spring, red butterfly ready to sing, two sweet kitties on a resin seat. Thank you, Jesus, for watching over me. Yeah, she's got heaven's dust in her hands, praising Jesus with everything. Yeah, screens glowing, colors fly, just let it all be yours, not mine. Oh yeah, oh yeah. She's got heaven's dust in her hands, little miracles on the workbench stand, blue cross shining in the light, silver hearts and diamonds bright, green apple glowing like spring, red butterfly ready to sing, two sweet kitties on a resin seat. Thank you, Jesus, for watching over me. She's got heaven's dust in her hands, praising Jesus with every fan. Hallelujah. Yeah, she's got heaven's dust in her hands.
Okay, let's try this out. Let's see if it's good enough. I just put some glitter in the cup. I don't know if it's going to stick to this. Hopefully. Maybe I need a brush or something. Doesn't really stick to my finger. Although it's sticking to the glue nicely. That looks pretty. I hope this is what she had in mind. Maybe I'll find a brush. Let me find a brush that's not been used yet. Here's one. I wonder if that would go on a little bit easier. I'm trying not to touch the back. Oh yeah, that's so much easier. I mean, I guess I could just cake it on and then brush all the excess off. I could feel it on my other hand. I think I might do my nails with this Heaven's Dust. I might actually try that tonight. Wouldn't that be cool to have your nails done in this? Then I'm going to just... That looks super cool. Let's do the back and see what it looks like. I don't know any other way to do this, unless you guys can think of another way to tip these in a glitter without the glue and the glitter this way. I don't know if you can pour it like that. I don't think you really can. Maybe UV resin them in there? I'm not sure. But this seems to work, so I'm going to go with it. Then I'll get a big fluffy brush. Look at that. Get this back in there. Should just leave it in there because I think I might try my nails later. Let me get one of these brushes and just brush the excess off. Everywhere there's not glue, it should come off. Look at that. What a great idea she had. I love that. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. Oh, it's so pretty. I hope she likes it. That's what I'm thinking. I think she might like it. I think we got them all too. Really cool. Now I've got glitter everywhere, which is okay. Not a big deal. Here's the apple. I just painted the stem and glued the leaf on. I'm going to leave the lid on just to keep it. I think it's pretty safe now. When it was a little bendy, but it's not bendy anymore at all. So there's that. I'll see if she likes the pink. If she doesn't like the pink, you'll see it on eBay. Here is the butterfly. I just tipped all the wings with the things, the rhinestones, and went down the body. That's all. And here is the cross. Isn't that gorgeous? I did rhinestones here and here. Last time I had a guest, Cindy, and her daughter Aubrey were here. They made a cross. She did something similar, and I'm like, next time I make a cross, I'm stealing that from ya. So I thought that was gorgeous. Anyway, that's it. That's everything. The Hello Kitties are done. The other extras are done. I am done tonight, guys. I'm going to get you some pictures, and I will see you back here tomorrow, 6 o'clock. Have a blessed day, everybody. Bye.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes. A radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Canvas dreams and sparkly streams. Her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings, a masterpiece of golden wings. She sprinkles joy like morning dew. In every shade a promise new. A life of love, a life of grace. In her art we see his face. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart.